It would also remove medical safeguards for women and parental notification in the case of teenage girls. It is the cause for concern within the pro-life community, and even some pro-choice folks like Governor Baker have opposed it. CAROLEE McGrath has the latest.
Kenneth Auld may not have pictured himself 15 years ago standing on a street corner holding rosary beads and praying for an end to abortion. But after his own personal heartache, he's here.
I don't know, I think I might have been 24 years old. I had just bought a house with my friends, and I went through it in ways. I guess I tried to talk her out of it, but the decision was already made, and it's not my body, and I went through it, and then I suffered, so to speak, for 8 years.
Kenneth, who took part in the protest PP vigil in April, says he suffered in silence. He struggled with substance abuse, but through the help of his family, found his way back to the church. He was welcomed into the Catholic Church 5 years ago and attended a Rachel's Vineyard retreat, which offers hope and healing for those left heartbroken by a past abortion.
It's personal in the way that I killed my baby. Here I am. I'm in support of this because I agree with it, and my call is save the babies. So that's why I'm here.
The peaceful prayer vigil was organized in conjunction with the national event, #Protest Planned Parenthood. It's one of the many prayer vigils held in recent months as people are concerned about proposed legislation in Massachusetts, which would expand abortion. Deacon Andrew Hogan helped organize the vigil with Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley and the Pro-Life Commission of the Diocese of Springfield. The group gathered say women deserve better.
The women from Silent No More, when you hear them speak, you can't be the same, and after that it changes you. You hear the pain and the suffering, and you see the toll it's still taking on them.
According to the Massachusetts Conference of Catholic Bishops, the so-called ROE Act, Senate Bill 1209, would allow doctors to perform abortion after 24 weeks up until birth, citing any one of the following reasons: physical, emotional, psychological, familial, and the woman's age. In addition, because it would allow late-term abortions in non-hospital settings, it effectively removes access to critical care medical services to a child who survives an abortion attempt. The Massachusetts bishops have spoken out against the legislation. This proposed bill comes on the heels of the passing of the Reproductive Health Act in New York, which also allows abortion up until a woman's due date. Just last week, another small vigil was held in Northampton to bring people's attention to the bill and its companion in the House.
What's offensive to me, and what many of my pro-choice friends think is offensive, is the no longer requiring the abortion to be regulated, performed by a doctor, or performed in a hospital. Because at that point, that's an affront to me as a woman. You're saying his abortion is for you, but we're going to make it a lot less safe for you.
Another provision in this bill is that it strips parental consent for young girls to have an abortion who are under the age of 18. To put this into context, a girl in high school needs parental permission before a school nurse can give her Tylenol. But lawyers also say this really raises some concerns about young women who are being sexually abused by adult men.
This is a sex offender's dream, this bill, because he can get away with all sorts of heinous crimes and nobody else would know about the crimes or about the results of those crimes. And it's not up to a 13 or 14-year-old or 15 or 16-year-old girl to make a lifelong decision that will impact her future, her mental health, her physical health. And we have a responsibility as adults in this society to take care for those who are underage.
According to the Massachusetts Family Institute, a majority of voters are against provisions in this bill, including 62% who oppose allowing more late-term abortions. 62% also support existing law that requires parental permission for a minor seeking abortion. The diocese has been holding information sessions to encourage people to learn more about the legislation. All 4 bishops in Massachusetts released a statement opposing the ROE Act, calling on all people of goodwill to stand together. The director of the Massachusetts Catholic Conference, Jim Driscoll, recently met with lawyers from the St. Thomas More Society.
First of all, understand what the bill does, and that's why we put the bulletin out there, and you can log on to our website and get all this information I'm talking about. First of all, educate yourself, and then call and to your reps and the senators in your own district.
And the bishops are asking everyone to pray on this and to help women facing a crisis pregnancy choose life. Women like Sarah Hepburn, who years ago was faced with a choice. Her choice is now 23 years old and hoping to become a police officer.
He changed life for everybody. He's just an amazing human being, and I can't say enough good things about this child. He got me on the path that I needed to be on before I got pregnant with him.
Sarah and others are hoping to help everyone see that everyone's life is precious. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm CAROLEE McGrath.
And this week, the proposed legislation was sent to the Judiciary Committee. Information sessions are scheduled for the coming week. You can learn more about those sessions as well as read the Massachusetts Bishop's letter and other information online at iobserve.org. And this isn't the only life issue before the legislature, as it is scheduled to hold hearings on an assisted suicide bill. Back in 2012, Massachusetts voters rejected a similar measure that appeared as a ballot initiative.